Hi everybody, I'm Linda and welcome to LindaFit Pilates. Well, today we're going to be learning some of those fun advanced Pilates sidekicks and that wonderful arm balance, the side bend. So before we get started, we need to open up the sides of the waist, the sides of the hip, and the shoulders. So we do a simple seated side bend. We go up, up and over to our right side, opening up the left side, and we root the left hip. We come back to center, and then we reach out through the right arm. We turn it out, and we lift up, up and over. And this is just a great way to start any workout because it opens the sides of the back. And it's teaching us already that fluid Pilates movement where we lift and flow, right? Never jarring. It's always a beautiful flow. And we come back to center. Now I can also bring my legs, if you're ready, if you're not, keep them crossed, but when I bring my knees to one side, and we call this in Pilates Mermaid pose, it gives us a different stretch, a little bit more on the sides of the hips. So I'm going to lift up, up and over now to my right side. And now I'm going to go up, up and over to my left. And especially here to the left, you feel how you get that side hip a little more open. And again, I go up, up and over to my right, opening my left waist, my left hip. But I really feel it here, on that outer right hip. So now we do to one side, we do to the other. So we bring the knees a little bit forward here, and so they're pointing, it's a little asymmetrical. And we start the stretch again. We're going to go up and over to the left, opening that right side. And now we come to the right, and oh boy, do I feel that left side. Ooh. So these muscles get tight, right, on our outer hip, our outer waist. And these are wonderful, easy stretches to perform. And make sure you're using your breath. And then one more time, we're going to open up that side. Fantastic. Now we'll cross the legs again. We'll just do simple spine twist because we want to also have some movement through our rib cage. So we're going to lift up. We're going to take a simple spine twist to the right, turning our navel, our waist. Rooting the pelvis, breathing. And now make sure you can let go of your front knee and your hand from behind your tailbone and then slowly untwist. So you always want to make sure you're not doing the whole thing with your arms, that you're actually rotating and using your spinal muscles. So I lift, I twist my spine to the left, then my arms help leverage me. So right hand, right knee, left hand behind the tailbone, and I root and I spiral. And I feel the pelvis grounded and the energy coming out through the top of the head in a tall spiral. Now I make sure I can let go of my knee, hand from behind without collapsing, and I come back to center. All right, so we are ready to begin. We're going to come up now and learn our advanced kneeling sidekick. So in advanced kneeling sidekick, we stand literally on our knees, so make sure you have a thick padded mat. And we're going to bring our right hand down to the right. We typically have this right knee lined straight up out of the hip and the other leg straight down from the left hip. But let's say you find it's really hard to keep your leg vertical here. You might want to shift your weight so this bottom leg is more diagonal. So this is a slightly more modified way to do it. Okay, so I'm going to show the vertical way. So knee right under the hip, left hand holds the pelvis. So we're going to do our up and down exercise, and you want to keep your hips, your shoulders stacked, the belly in. We're going to reach hip height, we control lower. We reach hip height, control lower. Reach hip height, control. And it's always a reach, and it's all about keeping your support base stable, right? So we reach and lower, reach and lower, reach and lower, and reach. We hold here. Keep the length, the hips stacked. Keep pressing into your bottom arm. We slowly lower. Okay, so that's our up and down. Now we're going to bring the leg up. We're going to do our thigh circles. We're going to circle 1, 2, 3, 4, keeping the hips quiet. It's just the thigh moving out from that left hip. Circle, circle, and circle. Now hold, breathe, keep pushing down into that right arm. Keep lifting up in your spine. We reverse that circle. Circle, 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 circle. Don't move the hips. Breathe. Keep reaching the leg long. Keep energy through the top of the head. Now we lengthen and hold here. Breathe. And then we're going to come on down. And we come up, we shake it out. We'll learn that much on the other side. So I bring my left hand under the shoulder, and again, the knee is directly under the hip. But let's say when you went to abduct and lift your leg up, you had a really hard time. This is where the modification of shifting and having more of a diagonal orientation will help. So I'll show this side with the modified position. The top leg is still reaching. I'm going to reach up hip height, slowly lower. I reach up hip height, slowly lower. I reach hip height, slowly lower, and I reach hip height, control lower. Try not to touch the floor if you can. 4 more, and this is just our straight up and down. And we reach, we control lower. We reach. It's like you're trying to reach your foot to the other side of your room. Just 1 more, reach and lower. Now we're going to reach, we hold it at hip height, which is hard because this hip and this other hip below here has to work. Even with the modification, the support hip is still active. Now we're going to circle. Circle, circle. It's for 8 counts, smooth circling. And look how I push into my left hand. I keep my spine nice and lifted. So my support base is there to support my moving leg. Now I lengthen, hold. I have 8 more. Circle, circle, precise, fluid circles. Each one is the same as the last one. Circle, circle, circle. We hold, we lengthen, and then we're going to come on down. And we're all going to press back for a quick child's pose, which will release some of these hips. The arms come forward. The hips are back. Ooh. So a great way to strengthen the sides of the hips, right? The sides of our thighs, our core, our shoulder muscles. And now we're going to do another one. This is called our side bend. I promised it. So we're going to have our feet crossed, and our right hand is going to, again, be underneath the shoulder. So belly in. Watch how I do it. The feet are staggered and plastered down into the mat. Right hand underneath the right shoulder. I'm going to inhale, reach out, lift my hips straight, my knees, my arm comes overhead for side bend. And when I lower, I can bend my knees and I can gracefully touch down, but you don't collapse and let the shoulder lift. So we keep everything strong and organized. I do it again. Push down, reach out to go up, floating, hovering. And as you lower, bend your knees. Maybe see if you can hover this time, not touching your mat. Strong right shoulder. Push, lift, side bend up. Strong thoughts. We're going to slowly, slowly lower, maybe hover. And again, inhale, push, lift, stretch into the movement. Keep pushing the floor away through your feet, your hands. Keep lifting your hips to the ceiling. And then we're going to slowly, slowly lower down. So now we come back to that familiar mermaid stretch. And now it becomes a really nice stretch after that last side bend exercise. So it helps release some of those muscles. But side bend is a great way to work the side waist, the side hip, the side shoulders. Whew. So of course we have the other side. So I swing my legs around, and again my feet will be staggered. Left hand strong, rooting down, abs in tight, so I get everything ready. And also make sure that you're in a straight line so that your left hand and your feet, right, form a plumb line to your hips. So let's try it. We're going to inhale, push into those feet, push into that left hand. We reach down, out, we straighten. We come up into our side bend, framing the arm over the head. We're going to slowly lower the knees bend. And for the first one, we'll let the hip touch lightly, but we stay organized. We don't collapse. That's important. Second one, push, inhale, lift up, side bend, push the floor away. Squeeze your inner thighs, and then slowly resist to lower. Maybe you hover, but stay strong. Push down, inhale, lift up, side bend, arm frames ahead. Plant those feet, that hand, and slowly bend, come on down. And last one, we're going to inhale, lift, frame the head. Lift your hips to the ceiling, side bend, pushing the floor away from you so you can get even deeper into your side bend. Breathe, slowly lower, slow, resist, resist, resist. And then you place the hip down, and then when you let go, your body stays light. right? So we stay strong and organized. It's so important when we do those more integrated arm balance movements. So we do them safely and optimally. So now we do our side bend mermaid. So we started the workout with the mermaid, which was really just to loosen things up, to prepare us. And now we end as a way of restoring, right? Creating some more length and openness in these very muscles that we worked out today. So today's workout was all about the lateral side body. And we learned some nice Pilates move, the Pilates Kneeling Sidekicks and Pilates Side Bend. And if you would like to learn more about Pilates and do full-length 60-minute workouts and more, you can join me on my new website, LindaFit.com, where you can work out with me anywhere. I have Pilates, I have bar, sculpt, prop workouts, how to do workouts. So whatever you're looking for, I have a workout for you, LindaFit.com. And I hope to work out with you again real soon, guys. Have a great day. Mwah.